Have you ever wanted to say something to someone, but you were paralyzed by the fear of looking weird? Don't worry, you are not alone. We've been taught to fear an awkward glance more than we fear losing incredible opportunities in life. And here's the interesting paradox. Every single one of us, absolutely all of us, craves connection, yet almost nobody dares to make the first move. Ironic, isn't it? Talking to strangers sounds like a skill reserved for charismatic extroverts, the ones who seem to have an automatic social switch. But I have good news for you. Connecting is not a talent. It's a trainable skill set. Even if you're an introvert, have social anxiety, or believe you don't know how to start a conversation without sounding robotic. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can lose that fear, improve your social skills, and make talking to anyone without anxiety feel as natural as breathing. We are going to go far beyond cliché advice like talk about the weather or ask how their day was. This is about effective communication that truly transforms. Ready to discover how to make friends without seeming weird? Let's begin. Breaking the ice doesn't mean telling a bad joke or reciting a line from a self-help book. It's about finding the smallest common thread that creates a real human connection. A casual comment about the environment, a genuine question, or a spontaneous observation is all you need. For example, if you're in line, you could say, "It always happens. You come in for one thing and leave with 10. It's simple, but it opens a door. The key is the intention behind your words, not the search for the perfect line. If your body language communicates openness, a relaxed smile, friendly eye contact, a calm posture, the other person will feel it. That already gives you an advantage. Many people avoid talking because they fear rejection, but they don't realize the fear isn't in the other person. It's in the negative story they're telling themselves. The most powerful thing you can do when starting a conversation is to show real interest. Sometimes you don't even need to say something brilliant. You just need to be present. Observe, listen, and ask a simple question. Do you come to these events often? Or, do you know if it always gets this crowded here? These are practical examples you can use today. And once that first bridge is built, the door opens to something even more interesting. Most people believe that to be interesting, you have to talk a lot. But the truth is, the one who listens well is the one who captivates. Listening is not simply being quiet while the other person talks. It's being attentive with your entire body, nodding, maintaining eye contact, and reacting with genuine expressions. A person who feels heard feels valued. And that feeling, my friend, connects more powerfully than any witty phrase. Want to be memorable in a conversation? Ask questions that invite the other person to talk about themselves. Everyone loves to feel understood. Instead of asking, "What do you do for a living?" try asking, "What do you enjoy most about what you do?" Notice the difference. You're inviting them to share an emotion, not just a piece of data. This subtle shift can change the entire dynamic of the chat. Plus, when you listen intently, you discover little clues you can use to deepen the conversation. If someone mentions they love to travel, you can ask about their favorite place. If they talk about their job, you can show interest in the challenges they face. This makes the conversation flow and become an enjoyable experience. Before you say a single word, your body is already saying a lot. Your posture, your gaze, your gestures, it's all communicating for you. And even if you don't feel 100% confident on the inside, you can use your body language to create a positive feedback loop. A straight back, a slightly raised chin, hands visible, and a relaxed smile. When you do this, you don't just look more confident. Your brain starts to believe it too. Yes, it works from the outside in. Many introverts believe they should shrink to avoid attention, but that only increases the feeling of awkwardness. Instead of crossing your arms or looking at the floor, try to maintain an open posture, as if you're expecting to meet a pleasant person. Even if you don't know anyone, acting as if you're in a familiar place completely changes your energy. It's a great trick. And this isn't about faking it. It's about aligning your body with the person you want to become. If you want to talk to strangers without being weird, start by looking like someone who does it naturally. Practice in front of a mirror. Record yourself. Observe your gestures. It's like training a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Being interesting has nothing to do with being the funniest, most successful, or most knowledgeable person. Being interesting is actually about being genuinely interested in the world around you. The best connectors are those who are curious about life, who read, explore, and ask questions. Have you noticed how someone who speaks with passion about something is contagious? It doesn't matter if it's about coffee history or video games. Passion is engaging. Instead of thinking, how can I impress this person? Ask yourself, what can I share that I'm genuinely excited about? For example, if you're learning to play an instrument, you could say, I'm discovering how hard it is to master the guitar, but I'm completely hooked. That shows a story, a challenge, an emotion, and it's much more powerful than just saying, I play the guitar. Also, being interesting involves knowing how to tell everyday stories in an appealing way. You don't need an extraordinary life to connect. You just need to know how to express what you experience in a way that resonates. A simple trick: use details. Instead of saying, I went to the beach, say, I had to chase my hat for half an hour because of the wind. Mental images capture attention. Social anxiety doesn't disappear through willpower, but it can be transformed through smart action. Many people punish themselves for feeling nervous when talking to strangers as if it's a weakness, but the truth is, feeling anxious is completely normal. The trick isn't to avoid it, but to learn to walk with it without letting it control you. And that starts by exposing yourself to it little by little, without pressure, without masks. You can start with micro-challenges. Ask a stranger for the time, greet the barista with a smile, make a brief comment in the elevator. These tiny actions train your brain to fear the unknown less. The goal is not to force yourself into deep conversations with everyone, but to normalize human contact, even if it's just with one sentence. Every time you do it, you weaken that invisible wall that separates you from others. And here's the most liberating part. You don't need to stop being an introvert to be social. Being yourself with your silences, your rhythm, and your authenticity is an advantage, not an obstacle. People connect with what's real, not what's perfect. So now you know talking to strangers isn't a superpower. It's a trainable skill, and you now have tools that many people don't even suspect exist. Do you realize the change this can create in your life? With every conversation you start, with every smile you share, you are building something bigger. Confidence, self-esteem, authentic relationships. The question is, are you going to let another opportunity to connect slip by because of fear? Or are you going to start applying all of this today? Step outside. Try that casual comment. Look someone in the eye, and you will see the world begin to respond differently. Because when you improve your communication skills, you improve your entire reality.